The UGC had earlier invited applications from many educational institutions for setting up of new engineering colleges. But now it has done a U-turn of sorts by not issuing permission. Here's the report.
Many educational institutions were gung-ho at the prospect that this year permission would be granted to open many more engineering colleges. By opening new engineering colleges, it would simply mean that these educational institutions would get more engineering seats. But now seems like all their dreams have crashed. The University Grants Commission has issued a circular stating that it will not permit any new college to be set up for the academic year 2014 and 15. Interestingly, till last September, the UGC had sought applications for setting up new engineering colleges. As many as 14 educational institutions had applied with a bouquet of courses to be introduced with a fee of Rs 1 lakh.
Already we have finished 2 regions, more than 50-60 colleges. But suddenly last week we got a circular from University Grants Commission stating that this year there is a moratorium for the academic year 14 and 15. No new college should be given, no enhancement of intake, no new branches. So that is what the circular says. Immediately we wrote to all colleges and even including new colleges also, stating that as per the guidelines of the UGC, we are not giving any enhancement or new branch or new college. So that is the status. But now the managements of the new college, I think the older colleges, there is no problem. Even if they don't get 1 year, it doesn't matter because already there is a vacant seats in most of the colleges. But the problem is this managements of the new colleges. They have already purchased the land and they are built the buildings also, invested crores of rupees in that. So now they are now complaining to me.
Presently, there are over 200 engineering colleges across the state and more than 20,000 seats are lying vacant. This being the case, UGC is of the opinion that these seats should be filled up in the first place before granting of permissions for new colleges. On the other hand, the educational institutions who were optimistic of getting permission have gone ahead and even constructed new buildings costing them crores together. But now all their efforts have proved to be drawing lines on the surface of water. Well, it has turned out to be an anticlimax, quite literally. Frustrated and fed up at this attitude of the UGC, educational institutions have now decided to knock on the doors of the court. Amrita Patil for News 9.
Troubling its commuters in order to cover losses incurred all these years seems to be the way chosen by BMTC. But its move has displeased commuters.
Have you seen BMTC buses plying on the road of late? Did any bus look different to you? Well, if you are a regular traveler, you would have noticed it. BMTC buses look different now. Once inside the bus, you feel as if your vision is about to blur, especially if you don't have a seat and are compelled to travel standing. BMTC has resorted to using the space on the window panel of a bus for advertisements. Of course, it generates revenue to the tune of 8 crore rupees per annum to the corporation. But do the authorities know the inconvenience caused to commuters? They don't and don't want to know for sure, going by their attitude. This revenue-earning endeavor of the corporation has put commuters in trouble. Their vision is literally blocked thanks to endorsement stickers on the lower window panel. If a commuter happens to be a stranger to the city, then he surely had it. He will not know where he is heading towards and when it is time for him to get off too. Regular commuters allege that the advertisements also block sight along with vision.
The problem I am facing is while public are traveling in the bus, no? Those who are in the window side, they can see where they are getting in, getting up, or where they have to get down. Where those who are standing, they can't see where they have to go and where they have to get down. So they are really problem for all the traveling public, especially those who are standing. Plus, other people also want to see Bangalore city as a sightseeing place. For them, I feel it's really not convenient to have so many stickers or advertisement boards on the bus glass side windows. So I am suggesting BMTC and KSRTC to remove those stickers.
BMTC has about 6,700 buses in its fleet and has called tenders for about 3,000 buses to be used for endorsements. Several companies have already pasted ads on 2,500 buses. BMTC officials have their own version for allowing lower panels to be used for advertisements. Of course, it generates revenue for the corporation, and the conductor has been instructed to shout out names of bus stops without fail. But only a few conductors follow this instruction. The corporation is planning to install display boards in all buses to help commuters. Even in bus terminals like Majestic and Shanti Nagar, one can see more advertisements than buses. But the commuters are not happy with this. The BMTC can look at options to earn revenue, but not at the cost of commuters' convenience. Pavitra for News 9, Bengaluru.
Well, students in Bengaluru seem to be matching up to international standards when it comes to art and design. An open day event at a design school featured some very unique forms of art, making the audience stop and stare. Take a look at the creativity unmatched.
Art is not just limited to drawings or paintings. Art and design involves creativity with just about anything, even if it means to create garments out of trash. One man's trash is another man's treasure. Going by this, students of Lisa School of Design came up with some very interesting garments made with anything but fabric. As part of their open day event, students put up some very interesting and creative works of art that left the audience asking for more. From costumes made of waste, funky clay sculptures, paintings made of coffee bags, illustrations of fish creating a 4D effect, to creating timelines from the bygone era. The open day was rather interesting and indulging.
Yes, there's been a lot of hard work, to say the least, and I hope that the work that's come out, that you found it beautiful. The students have also made a trip to Hampi, and so the sketches are also from that trip. You must have seen that. Other than that, we have dresses that they made for a fashion show that we put together, and these dresses have used anything but fabric. It has been done with computer keyboard keys, and they've used mosquito net, they've used sponge, they've used rubber tire, so anything but regular fabric.
The most attractive pieces of art were the costumes made of utter rubbish. Wire, old newspapers, rope, thermocol balls, kitchen sponge, cycle tubes, nuts and bolts, tracing paper, foil sheets, and just about anything that you would otherwise dump in the trash was used to create these garments. The Vice Chancellor of Bangalore University too dropped by to catch a glimpse of the hard work put into the artwork.
I've gone through this open house and the artwork. It is a great work. It's very interesting. I enjoyed it, and especially I was amazed at the talent shown here, and a lot of interest shown on the varieties of things, starting from Indian artwork and abroad, especially from Europe work. It's a great work. I should admire and appreciate.
The sculptures and the sketches further speaks of the talent and craft instilled in these students.
This course is a really comprehensive and course that takes you right from the rudiments of design to the final product that you're going to turn out from here. So in case of graphic design, as a graphic design student, I'd like to say that I'm actually learning the principles and the art and the principles and the elements of design right from the start. So that gives me a better insight into what I do and what I turn out. And I'm sure that's going to take me a long way in my dream.
We're teaching the creativity, the creative thinking out of the box. For example, the fashion assignments were based on to create the garment, the conceptual garment, based on some story. Then also to use unexpected materials. So to experience and then to create the garment and then to wear it, to introduce them to the industry so they will know what to expect after the graduation in the school. So now everybody can see the creative process, what is completely different and new to Bangalore.
Well, these students have sure taken art and design to the next level. After looking at their works, the Vice Chancellor of Bangalore University did admit that design and art is now a crucial part of the creative curriculum. Nabila for News 9.